Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Thank you. Hello and welcome from the Camper and Vans trade fair in Fulda, Germany. This is a Forster integrated 745 EB motorhome. And so, as you can see, it's got integrated front to it, and integrated front with a bed over the front part. And for demonstration, the bed is down, so you can get a good look at what it looks like when it's down. For something like this, you're looking at nearly 90,000 euros. And so this has got at the back a German bed layout, which, as you can see, has been laid out, and look how big it is at the back. Absolutely enormous. We've got storage at the back, as you'd expect. There's a headboard, there's reading lights, and two windows. A window on either side, and a window in the roof. This part here will come out, and I shall take it out with one hand. And with this moved out, you can see it's got a hard back to it here, and this here, these things clip onto there, and that was quite easily removed. Having removed this, I can now come up here and show you what the storage looks like. So we've got two mattresses down here, one there, and there's a second one. And down here we will find a bit of storage down here, as well as the boiler. And coming over the other side, we find a lot of storage under here as well. And I'll show you another way of getting into the storage. We'll just lift this up, and there we get in like that as well. So in here we have toilet, now one thing I like about Forster is that it's quite bright inside. I mean, obviously today we're not in a hall, and so the lights are off, but it is I think a bright, airy, light looking vehicle. Here we have something which is I quite appreciate, is this divider. The room divider comes across like that, and it'll clip on down there. It's this little clip, and this here, this is cloth material. So what I think I like about this, it's really light. It does the job of keeping the light out, or stops prying eyes peeking inside. So if you want to separate yourselves from whoever's up there, you can do so, and they still have access to the toilet and the shower. In here we will find there is two burners and a sink, and of course storage below. Oh, and there's a message. It's a sticker. The kitchen wouldn't be complete without a fridge. There you go. And in the fridge at the bottom there is a place for bottles. Now, looking around, we have this bed up here. Now, bed will go up like that. If I pulled it up, and you can see It's a pretty large bed, and for those who are frightened of falling out, there is this net to stop you falling out, and this will catch onto I'm trying to, oh, here's one, this will do. There you go. This will catch on here. That will go up there to stop you falling out of bed. So that is how you have to do this to put the seat, put the bed down. You've got a bit of storage on the passenger side, and the driver's side has got a door, which now seems to be all the rage. We've got this really large seating group down here, 4 belted positions, so 2 up front, two down here to the left, and we've got this rather large chair here as well. And above this we have some storage. So in the door, if you want to keep the door open, don't want the flies to get in, then you can close this like that. And there we have our control. Turn the 12 volt on by pressing this, but they've taken the battery out, which makes sense at an event like this. We've got the lights there, you can turn your water on and other things, and there is your heating and hot water. Up here, I think this is meant to be a space for the television. There's a 230 volt and there's a 12 volt plug as well, and connection for satellite TV. As you come out, you can see yourself in the mirror. And so there's the cassette toilet. Now this comes with a rather large garage. You can see the size of the garage from here, and the garage will take 150 kilos of weight. Now this can be put on a 3.5 ton basis. So you can see on this side as well, large garage door, and the door I mentioned here as well. So when we have a quick walk around the the Forster range, most of them Fiats, and you can have a look here. I don't want you want to walk in and out of vans. You know why? Because they've got wet feet. And this is, I think, it's a really good place here for this event. We've got this wonderful scenery around here as well. That's looking over the Rhone region, R-H-O-N. That's with an umlaut, and not Rhone, which is a river, and it's a great place to come to, I think. It's a really nice, first time this event's been done, and you know, I think it's really good. This company, it's a local company, so Outer Able Service. They have brought here 55, I think, vehicles, and some really wonderful things like these Contourers, for example, or Euromobile, looking around 130,000 euros for these type of thing. And mind you, the most expensive vehicle here is that one down there, which is the Heimer Venture S, which costs in excess of €250,000 euros. And looking down here, you can also see the countryside at the back, and I think that's a volcanic landscape, I think. Vogelsberg, which is in this area, is the largest volcanic field in Europe, or maybe Northern Europe. Southern Europe, we've got the area around Naples. But anyway, good. Bit of localization where we are. So you can see I've done lots of videos from around here and from this event. So if you're interested in motorhomes, I upload every day at 21:15, and premieres. If you're there for the premiere, I'm nearly always there. You can chat in real time with me and other users. Thanks for watching, and all the best from me in Germany. This is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube now for 15 years, and I've been doing the van life stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with, and a product I knew. So I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Solbio, and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette, and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem. But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's two types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well. No problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Oh, there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff. But I think with Solbio, we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet, I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now, you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea, and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now, I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Solbio, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got these cough drops, or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like that, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in the fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now, the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously, I sort of miss the toilet as well. But sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet. I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time. You think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something. The wine's in a box, and they've got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they in the van, and something hit here. In theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at this. Oh, sorry, pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although, I think if you're into motorhomes, then you've probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link. But I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland, and you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite, but I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.